El Capitan.
Yeah.
Hello.
Yes.
No soup for you.
Ain't no soup for me. I ate
No
all the
soup
soup.
for
So now what are you gonna do about it? Can you
you.
hear me?
Oh, man. Yeah. I heard
Oh,
you. I heard you.
okay. Shit.
Oh, man. I stayed up way too late. Way too late.
Yeah, what'd you guys do?
Uh, well, Bravo passed out on me, and then timed out, but he stayed in party
Yeah.
till like noon the next day, and I just took his C2, flew it around, ran
And it didn't
ran
log him
mission.
out?
No, it logged him out, but he still stayed in party,
Oh.
so it didn't it kept him in party because he stayed logged on. He was logged out but on the screen and still in party.
So
So
he
his
was at the
ship,
main menu basically.
yeah, he was at the main menu. So yeah, so I was able to take his ship for like 5 hours. And
Cool.
then he got back up and was still in party. He scared the shit out of me. I didn't realize he came back on, and he got on, got into my hangar, and then started firing pop shots at me. And I'm like hearing sniper fire, and I'm like seeing him whiz by me, and I'm like, what the fuck? Somebody's in my. I was like, how the hell did somebody get into my
There.
hangar in Chrysler? And I'm like, yeah, and I'm like freaking out, and then I see him. I pull my weapon out, and I'm like, this guy's either a bad shot or he's intentionally whizzing these by my head.
Yeah.
And his blue marker popped up, and I saw him in the corner, and I was like, oh, you son of a bitch, you scared the shit out of me.
What'd he say?
He laughed. He did it intentionally. He
Well,
goes,
yeah.
yeah. He goes, I was thinking about like shooting you in your foot or something. He goes, but nah. Then I was like, nah, I'm using a sniper rifle. It's a bad idea. I'm just playing around with guns in general. Just you know.
Yeah.
I was like, yeah. I think I saw a video about some police officers doing some stupid shit just recently about that.
Recently,
Did
shit.
you? Yeah. Well, no. Recently there was a little video where some LEs were in the parking garage, and a
Yeah.
guy pulls up
Yeah, I've
in
seen
his
it.
squad car. And
I would.
one just kind of waves his pistol at him,
Yep. And shot
and
him.
the guy inside the car did it, and it went off. And I'm like,
Yeah, but what I meant by
don't.
recently is there's like dozens of those videos just about every day now. It's like, what the fuck is up with current cops?
I'm like, dude, if you don't plan on destroying it, don't fucking point at it.
It's like,
If
yeah.
you don't, if you're not willing to completely destroy, don't point the weapon at it.
Yeah. Well, the
That's
way I was
simple.
trained, if you're not intending to kill it, you don't shoot it. You don't point a weapon at it.
Exactly. If you're not intending to destroy that object, whether it's inanimate or not, don't fucking point the weapon at it. Whether it's loaded or not, no.
I've
You
never heard
just
it put quite that way. I was always taught if you don't intend to kill it, that was the words used when I was taught. If you don't intend to kill it,
and
don't point the weapon at it.
I was kind of told always treat it as if it's loaded. Never point it at anything you're not willing to destroy.
Yep.
Don't put your finger on the trigger till you're ready to shoot.
Yep.
That's the biggest. That right there is the biggest safety switch in the world. The trigger finger.
Actually, that's a second. The first one is your head, your brain.
Yeah.
That's the first one. Damn it.
Unless you're Alec Baldwin, man, there's very few guns that just have a tendency to paid
Well,
off with no
what I
trigger pull.
what was hilarious about that is I own that gun, and so when he said it just went off, I called him a
The
flat out
trigger.
liar.
What's the trigger pull on that? What is the trigger pull? And is that an actual double action?
No, you have to actually cock the gun to fire it. There's no
That's what I thought.
I own the gun. It's you actually have to pull the trigger back in order for the gun to actually fire. So his accident was no accident. It's impossible. It's literally impossible, and all the experts are saying the same thing. He's lying about it. It's impossible for it to have happened because the gun doesn't have a double action trigger. You have to pull the cocking hammer back to fire the damn thing. And so he basically got away with it by lying. That's what it comes down to.
An outright lie. That's what I thought. I mean, like I said, I am far from a gun. I am far from a weapon specialist. Very far from it. But I do understand the basic mechanisms of how certain guns work.
Yeah.
And I was like, I'm like, that one has like a process to go through to fire it.
Yeah.
It isn't. It isn't like like a hidden hammer one where it just stays cocked behind the sear and the slide, and yeah, some bumping and sudden pressure can cause it to release from the sear.
Right.
But I'm like, that one is not one of them.
No.
Nowhere near the fucking even mechanically mechanism for it.
Right. It's basically he had to have pulled that hammer back in order for it to fire. There's no ifs, ands, or buts about it. There's no ambiguity. He had to pull the hammer back. That's the only way you can fire that gun.
Or slam the back of the hammer with a physical friggin' hammer.
Nope. Doesn't work.
That won't even work.
Nope. You gotta pull the hammer back and click it into place before it will fire. I own one. It's the one thing I don't like about it, because it's basically a single shot revolver. That's the sucky part. It's a revolver, but it's single.
From a black powder one.
Yeah. There is no way to just fire it. Impossible. So, he lied to everybody.
That whole thing, I was like, dude, you should have been nailed for negligence instead of the.
He should have been nailed for murder.
Yeah.
Because he knowingly, manslaughter at the least, he knowingly pulled that trigger back.
Yeah, he should have got it. He should have got a nickel in time for that for sure.
Yeah.
At least.
And he didn't get shit. Got nothing out of it.
I know, but the lady ended up getting. What did she end up getting?
Like 12 years, I think it was.
Yeah, that.
Yeah, it's unfair justice is, it's just, he could afford the big attorneys, she couldn't. That's what it came down to. If you're rich, you can get away with it. Almost every time. Of course, if you're rich and you do it in public, like walking up behind a guy on live video and shooting him in the back of the head, you're not going to get away with that.
I don't know, man. They got some evidence suppressed.
They're not. He's not going to get away with. He's not going to get away with it. There's no fucking way.
Yeah, that one.
He's on live video, so it doesn't fucking matter what anything else is. It doesn't matter if they.
I'm not defending him. I'm not.
No, I know you're not.
At all.
I know you're not.
I'm sitting there going, how brazen does it have to be? And they're still like trying to suppress enough evidence to possibly get him out of it.
Well, the evidence they'd have to suppress is the video, and they can't. You cannot unsee the video.
They tried suppressing the actual firearm itself.
Well, but it wouldn't make a difference. They can go ahead and suppress the firearm. It's not going to make a difference. The video is what's going to convict him. No ifs, ands, or buts.
Yeah.
You could take and say, he wasn't carrying a gun. That gun doesn't exist. Blah, blah, blah. That's all a lie. And
Well,
the
yeah,
jury's going to look at the
that's what
video and go,
they're gonna
well,
do.
I don't give a shit if it's the wrong gun. You could see him pull the fucking trigger and kill the guy. He's guilty, period.
Yeah.
I mean,
And that's what I thought they were gonna try doing is, going, well, if he killed him with a gun, where's the gun? You don't have a gun. So if you don't have the criminal weapon, who's to say that he actually shot a gun?
because you can see the gun.
The fact that we can see him doing it.
Because you can see the gun in a video. It doesn't matter if it's the right gun. You can see him holding a gun, pulling the trigger, the flash, and the guy dies. It's in the video. There's no ambiguity to that video. It doesn't matter if he used a Russian gun, or an American-made gun, or a gun made 200 years ago.
Yeah, that's what I was getting. That's what I was getting at, and I was just like, their legal findings. I was just like, what kind of stupid shit's gonna come out of this one?
Yeah,
it's some dude gonna get off for blatant murder because they're like, well, he didn't have a gun. That's not a gun. Who's to say he actually pulled the trigger?
well, they can play stupid word games all they want. It is not going to change the facts on the video. And these attorneys have basically corrupted and destroyed our justice system. And it's not going to change because every politician, 98% of the politicians in this country are lawyers. And most people don't realize that. It's not going to change. They're all buddy lawyers. They make the rules, and the rest of us can kiss their asses as far as they're concerned. What they hate are those like me that refuse to. That's what they hate. And I've had dealings with them in my life, and I'm like, you're not going to intimidate my ass, and I don't give a shit what you have to say. These are the facts. And if you want to argue the facts and try to do something illegal and stupid, I'm going to fight you on that. And if you step over the line, you might just disappear. And they look at you, are you threatening me? I don't threaten people. I make a promise. Can't do shit to me about a promise, can you? I mean, I've had my moments with attorneys that play that power trip game, and I don't put up with it. Not at all. It's like when I went into for an attorney for my motorcycle accident, they're telling me that, well, that's industry standard, 33%, blah, 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 plus fees, blah, blah, blah. And I looked at him and I said, no, it's not. He goes, yes, that's what I said, no, it's not. Because guess what? You're not getting my business. Next day, they're calling me again, asking me, what would be fair. It's like, I'll give you 20%, but that 20% is going to come from the people being sued. I'm not paying it. Period.
I'll pay full attorney fees.
Huh?
They pay full attorney fees.
Correct. I said, not a dime comes out of what I'm wanting for a settlement. Not one dime. When I say I want, 250 grand, you will write me a check for 250 grand. Well, taxes, I'll take care of the taxes. You put 250 grand in my hand, and I'll deal with the taxes and everything else. But most people just, for some reason, they just fall for it, and they wonder why their 250K came out to be 120K. Because most of that went in the attorney's hands.
Or the fact is, they do a lawsuit. They get as much as the insurance will pay, but they still have, $70,000 in medical bills. Why? Because all the other people that grabbed in beforehand.
Right.
The way they structured the settlement.
And that's why people need to smarten up. They need to stop giving in to these freaking people, these attorneys and shit, that make all these claims that are not true. Well, you have to pay. No, I don't.
Here goes the bottom line. An agreement is what two people agree upon, two
Yeah,
parties agree upon.
that's right.
It's that goddamn simple.
Yep.
Everything else was policy that was written by a person.
It was written by an
It's
attorney,
policy.
not a person. It was written
Exactly.
by an attorney.
Policy can be sidestepped. Policy's just a suggestion. It's
It's
open for negotiation. That's the
well,
way I always understood it.
I don't. I just go at them full bore. I don't mess around with it. No. This is not law. And if you can show me that it's law, well then maybe we'll reconsider. And not a single time has an attorney ever been able to pull law out his ass that didn't exist.
Exactly. Sorry, there is nothing codified anywhere that states this.
Yep. There's nothing even made into a law that states that I have to pay you whatever if I get a settlement.
I remember. Oh, get this. Speaking of that, get this. The JAG had to, or base housing, since it was ran civilly. It wasn't part of the base housing. Wasn't military here at Offutt. It's ran by an independent contractor.
Oh,
But because the contract states in there that you agree that these are the charges, but there was not a clause in there stating that your signature was an agreement to pay those charges. So they had to make a small amendment to the contract because one of the guys used JAG to go after him
Yep.
and got out of paying
Yep.
like $2,000 or something
Yep.
in move out fees for his inspection.
Yep.
And I
Yep.
was like, that right there. So I'm like, that's true.
Yeah.
That's true. All that thing says is that you acknowledge these are the charges. It doesn't say how those charges are to be remedied. It just says that these are the charges.
And that's why you have those like me that don't just bow down and do what they tell me to do. You know, I check everything. And somebody, when I bought the property, when I bought this land, they tried telling me that, well, we got to do all this in electronic. And I said, no, we don't. You're going to send me paperwork for every damn thing we do. And the
Yeah,
signatures are going to
I'm in a
be,
dispute.
yeah,
I'm in kind of a dispute like that with the city right now because they're putting a lien. They're trying to put a lien for $8,000 on my property because they came and trimmed trees that were growing over my property
yeah,
onto my neighbors.
yeah,
And I'm like, that's his responsibility to trim the trees.
yep,
Those are two civil matters between me and
yep,
him, not the city. And the fact that the city came in, trimmed those trees that were on his property, and charged me $8,000 to do so, nowhere in there did I agree to that contract, nor am I even signed on that contract.
Correct.
Who signed on that contract?
Yep.
They're liable, not me.
yep, that's right.
And the city board was still like,
Yeah, they if you didn't sign a contract, they can't touch you. And they can place all the
Yeah.
liens you want. You take them to court, you're going to get damages too.
yeah, and that's what I'm doing is I'm writing a complaint to
Well, do you have an attorney?
no, I'm not getting an attorney. I'm using what was it?
I would get an attorney for that because they're going to
Something
freaking. You're talking about a political government, and they can do whatever the hell they want. I would get an attorney for that. Because even if you,
no, this is an attorney, but they do it for when government officials do shit like this, it's what the hell is the name of the
pro bono.
yeah, it's pro bono, but this is like a large it's kind of like the Anti-Defamation League, but one that actually functions as it should.
Yeah,
Not
maybe that's something in your state or city. I don't know. I don't. I'm
No,
not.
it's nationwide. I forgot what the name of it is, but they take care. You go ahead and do that and take care of it. Yeah,
I've
it's
never. I don't know. You got me.
one of my senator buddies used them when they were trying to do a forfeit or yeah, civil forfeiture on him,
Yeah.
and he was the one that directed me towards them. But you go online and you fill out this thing, and then they contact you back, and that's what I got to get, because they just sent me a thing saying that there's a well, I knew something was fishy when I went to pay my taxes, and I asked them at the county, any liens or levies on the house, and they were like, no. And I'm like, that's funny. They said, and they were like, well, here's what you want to do: is you want to go to the actual county, or the city.
Yeah.
You need to go to the city to ask them. And I talked to another guy, and they said, yeah, the city does that, but they don't. The problem is that the city doesn't file it properly with the affidavit of work and service
Yeah. I'd also ask them.
with the
I.
actual county.
Well, I'd also ask them to prove the $8,000 cost.
Well, the thing is, I did get in contact directly with the. I do have contact with the guy who cut the trees,
Yeah.
the guy that owns the company.
Yeah.
So I know exactly what he charged the city to do it, and the city turned around and charged me that plus 160.
It
And
cost.
also,
So the guy that cut the trees down charged $8,000 to cut some tree limbs off. Seriously?
yep.
I had
And
I had all the pine logged out of this property because it was put in by a logging company that took all the hardwoods back when. Take a guess what it cost me. Take a guess. 10 acres of pine.
they, I've, well, the way that you're saying it, I don't think there's any right answer I can give, because
I got a check for $7,200.
yeah, that's what I'm saying. I was like, that much right there. It's like,
Right.
you pay a mill. You
Right.
pay
So
a mill comes in and
right,
pays you to
but
take them down.
right, but from that point forward, I have every year they come through on the county road and they cut back tree limbs for power lines and stuff like that. You know,
Yeah,
Uh,
easement.
right, the easement. And if something crosses over the property line or something, they don't charge us for it. In fact, they'll come up and say, "Hey, you want the wood, or we're just going to haul it away."
Yeah. Well,
So
that's what this guy
where do
did
you
too.
live,
Uh, Bellevue, Nebraska. I
man?
live. It's in. It's a housing development. Fuck it. It's the damn oldest city in Nebraska.
That's unbelievable.
So,
My daughter had to have a tree come down after a storm, and the city came in and took it down, and the charge for it was like $450 for a
yeah.
tree that came down during a storm that went over the property lines and everything else, and took out some
This
power
is
lines, and the city sent in a contractor. They grabbed it, took all the debris, $450.
well. This is kind of also my assumption too. What may be going on behind the scenes? There's a large vacant lot that they're trying to put apartments on. They tore down the old historical buildings, and they're trying to put apartment buildings on. The mayor is also a real estate guy, and my house is the only house that sits on the corner of that lot. And is what I'm thinking he's trying to do is force a liquidation of the house so that they can acquire the land for the development.
Well, yeah, but if they would try to use eminent domain for that, that's illegal. They can only do that if the property is going to be used for the betterment of all. They cannot do it for
You're right.
private
This is
sale.
what this is what I think they're trying to do is rack up a whole bunch of uh, liens and charges through various services that they continue to do on my yard.
Well, then you need to get an attorney, a real attorney, and you need to get somebody that represents you. So every time you get a charge, you call that attorney, he calls the city, and he puts a stop to it immediately. Because if you just play one off, they're going to get you. I guarantee you.
Yeah, they've already came like into my backyard,
That's
took
illegal.
all my gas cans,
That's
took all of
illegal.
my storage totes.
Why didn't you?
Took
Then why didn't you
took
start? Why didn't you? Well, then why didn't you call the police? That's theft. They can't do that.
that I did. I did, and a police officer came up and then said, because I was like, all this stuff was stolen from my backyard. Then the police officer I knew came up and he said, "That's illegal. I can't even do that. I need a warrant.
That's
if
correct.
I was to go in there.
That's correct.
And take that.
It's
There's
a
no way they can do this."
it's a violation
He's
of
like, I'm gonna go and check on this.
it's a violation of the Fourth Amendment. Ow.
And they told him to leave it alone.
Well, it doesn't matter what they told him. You need to call the police and
Yeah.
say, I demand to have a police report made. They stole my property. I want my property back. And I want
Yeah.
compensation for the time that they had. Man, this is ridiculous. Freaking snot. They got to fix these throttles. Christ.
Yeah, like I said, I do need to get onto that. But over the last 7 years, yeah, they've entered into my property with a police officer there.
They can only do that with a, well, a police officer can't be there unless they got a warrant.
No, a police officer was there and refused. And I even told the police officer, I said, "You are witnessing a crime right now. He is trespassing. This is my private. This is my property, and I do not authorize him to be here. Y'all need to leave now."
Then you
Our
should have,
conversation
if they refuse, then you
is
call,
fine.
then you call either the sheriff's department or you call the state police.
Sheriff said that's Sarpy County. We don't have jurisdiction there.
You,
And I said,
every county has a sheriff.
I go, Bellevue?
Every-
I said, correct me if I'm wrong, ma'am. Correct me if I'm wrong, ma'am. But Bellevue sits within Sarpy County, and you are Sarpy County Sheriff.
Correct.
I said, that places it within your authority.
That's right.
These people are trespassing. I want my property protected.
You should have said they're trespassing and stealing.
Yeah, I did. And they were like, they refused to send a sheriff down.
Well, then
to
the
do
next step
anything,
is,
and-
then the next step is the state
and-
police.
Yeah, and then when the code enforcement grabbed an item and I pulled it from his hand, he ordered the officer to restrain me and said that he would arrest me for interfering with official government business if I grabbed another thing out of his hand.
You need
or
to get,
any of the other people who were grabbing
okay,
things.
there's something really wrong with, there is something really wrong with all this. You need to get an attorney, period. Period.
Yeah. Well,
I don't
that's the
mean,
reason why I'm talking to you is because you've dealt with, yeah, you kind of have a broad scope and understanding of.
well, I got more than a
of the
broad
whole
scope.
situation.
I went to school
Yeah.
I went to school for it. You need to get an attorney, not a free, we can help you with this small issue type whatever. You need to get a regular attorney, because otherwise you're going to lose your house. You will lose your house. No ifs, ands, or buts about it.
All right, so the thing is what I thought they may have been doing just isn't, that's a correct understanding that this is kind of could possibly be what they're sneaking around and doing.
Well, they've done it
Yeah.
many other places. They're doing it to you. You need to get an attorney. End of story. There is no ambiguity to it. If that's what's happening, you need to get an attorney.
So when they cut the trees down, get this, and like I said, I ended up being really good friends with the guy that did it because we had previously worked at U.S. Grounds on Offutt together, like 15 years ago, and didn't realize it. We worked in different departments.
Now we just need one.
Okay, awesome. So he's the one that kind of told me, and also he informed me of this. He was like, he goes, hey, he goes, here goes one of the big kickers too. He goes, the city of Bellevue doesn't have a licensed arborist to say that was a dead tree that really needed to come down either, by the way.
Did it cross power lines?
No. It was the only thing it passes is between me and my neighbor's property line. The only
So
the
what's
only
your
other thing,
what does your neighbor say?
my neighbor said he just gave them permission to drive the cherry picker tree onto his property to remove the
Okay,
tree.
so I'm confused. Who called to have the tree removed?
The city.
The city can't. That's private property. The city can't touch it unless it was on on an easement through the street and covering
Nope.
either the street or power lines. The city has no
Nope.
say. They cannot do that. It's private property.
They did. They said, well, this is the other thing is too, because the thing is they do this shit, and I always confront them. So this time is what they did is he said he called them. He says, hey, well, I'm going up there to that property in Bellevue to remove the tree. The code enforcement told him, all right, wait until police officers get there and don't approach the property. And he's like, what? And they said, okay, well, we have officers on scene. You can go ahead and approach the property. One of his workers left because he thought he had a warrant for his arrest. They sent 9 officers up here.
Yeah, there's got to be more going on than you're telling me. Then, it's not making sense.
I mean, I'll be completely open with you because it's like you kind of know a lot more about this, so I got no problems telling you the situation exactly as it is. And
well, I can't. I'm not. There's nothing I can do that'll help you. The only advice I can give you is you got to get an attorney.
Yeah, and that's it. I'm not asking you to actually physically perform any.
Right. And I can't give you and I can't give you legal. I can't give you legal advice, but I can tell you that's a violation of the Fourth Amendment, right there.
No, we're just two friends talking about some shit here.
Yeah. So you got to get an attorney because they're going to take your house.
Yeah.
If that's what they want is to get eminent domain going, they're going to find a way to take your house the way they're doing it because they know that they can't take your house through eminent domain without you having breached law. They can't. Eminent domain means that it's going to be for the betterment of the community. And if a city can't do that, they find ways to take people's houses so that they can basically bypass the law. And the city has the power and you don't. What the fuck?
Try to force it into auction, and then they'll turn around and buy it because it's completely paid for. The only thing I pay on this house is taxes.
Yeah, you got to get an attorney.
I
mean, if you don't pay mortgage, then right there you got money for an attorney.
Yeah. Well, that's one of the things is I got the house. I got the house originally like 30 years ago through a VA loan.
Right.
And my stepdad, when they got divorced, he allowed me to keep his VA status on the loan.
But why wouldn't you have your own?
I'm a dependent, not a service member.
I thought you were in the military.
No, I'm a lifetime dependent.
I misunderstood. Okay. All right. So yeah, that's legal.
No.
That's fully legal. Your dependents, yeah.
And so under that whole thing, I kept his VA status on the loan, throughout the entire loan. The actual original loan, tell you the truth.
Right.
We never switched the loan. It was all the original loan.
Right.
Paid the house all off and everything. The house is completely paid for now.
Yep.
And
you need to get an attorney. Period.
all right.
And you need to not wait. You need to do that tomorrow because they could come knocking on your door tomorrow for something. You need to do it, and you need to do it yesterday because that's what they're doing then if that's what's going on. They can't use eminent domain, so they're going to force you out, and then they'll be able to take the property and build those condos or whatever the hell it is they're building.
Yeah, because they keep on saying, well, we had an anonymous complaint call into code enforcement, and even when I got kicked out of the city.
That's illegal.
Council.
That's illegal. You
Because,
can't do that.
Yeah, I know that. I didn't resist them, but they kicked me out saying I was disturbing the peace because I turned around and talked to the citizens and not the board.
That doesn't make any sense.
And they were like, please.
It's you got to get an attorney. That's all there is to it.
Yeah, but I mean, it's like any questions you got. When I talk to just me and you on the thing. No, I'm being completely openly honest because the thing is, I can only get real references from you if I give you the real information. It will benefit. I'll get no beneficial information if I lie or miscue the facts to you.
Right. Yeah, you got to get an attorney because you're going to lose your house if you don't. I guarantee you. It's happened to more people than I can count. I mean, and especially they're going to put the screws on you because the house is paid off.
Yeah.
Which means basically they'll take it from you, they'll sell it for pennies on the dollar, and you'll get, a $100 check for your freaking property because they know you won't be able to fight it.
He'll probably sell it to his real estate buddies or the property owners behind me.
Well, they'll sell it to whoever's building the condos and stuff.
Yeah.
But what I'm getting at is eminent domain. Well, that's the other thing. Eminent domain requires a current assessment for the value of the property and the house and all that kind of stuff. If there's no value to it, which is what they're going for, you're going to end up still, all the penalties and the fees and the taxes or whatever they're claiming, like this bill. Even though they would take it, they're going to make you still pay that, whether you have the house or not. That doesn't go away.
Yeah.
None of that does. So you're going to end up no property, no home, no house, and five-figure dollar amounts in debt for nothing. You need to get an attorney. Period. You need to do it right now. You can't wait.
Yeah, I'll fill out that. I'll go into that, fill that out, and then also talk to a. Would that be a civil attorney that deals in civil rights or?
I would just start talking to attorneys, and they can better direct you because some of what you've said is a civil thing, and some of what you've said is constitutional violations. So
yeah, well,
I would.
My regular criminal defense attorney.
It doesn't have it
because
that's criminal. That has nothing to do with it.
Yeah, well, he does. It's who I talk to for other things because he also does. His main thing now is litigation.
Yeah.
Insurance, I think, litigation, but he was my criminal attorney. But the thing is also he's the police union's attorney.
Yeah.
For this city. So I kind of haven't really said much of anything to him.
Yeah. Well, you need to start talking to somebody because you're going to lose it all and really quick if you don't.
All right.
I mean, that's the only advice I can give you based on what you said.
Yeah, 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 yeah. And like I said, anytime that we're having conversations like this, it's all in. Yeah, if you need me to say it, nah, it's just two guys talking. This is not legal advice, and I'm
Right.
not
Well, I
trying to
don't.
say that.
I'm not
Yeah.
worried about that.
Okay.
I haven't given you any legal advice other than get an attorney.
Yeah, I know, and that's what I'm saying. That's what I'm fully disclosing. That's my assumption of our conversation
Yeah.
as well.
And
You know, but I notice
you're gonna have to do it soon though if what's going on is going on because you're gonna lose really quick if you don't, and they're probably counting on that.
but they sent me the bill, and that's what I was kind of waiting on is them to officially say no, we're saying you owe us this much for these services.
You can't wait.
All right.
You can't wait. That's what they're waiting on, is for the time to pass by, and the bill's not paid, and they foreclose.
Yeah.
Period.
All
You don't.
right.
There is no do-over. There is no. They're waiting on you to not do anything.
We'll do nothing
Right.
to let the time. Yeah.
Let the timer run out, and then they'll foreclose.
They got the ball, and they're just kneeling.
Correct. Correct. That's why I've said multiple times now. You need to get an attorney, and you need to do it right now.
All right.
The type is going to be up to just talk to whoever, and they can tell you, you know, what you're going to need.
What are you doing in game right now?
Running around in a circle. Literally. What the hell? I'm trying to set up
Like
some
a head
ships.
cut off?
No, I'm trying to set up some ships, but this thing is so convoluted how we got to do this. It's a pain in the ass. Because I got to get some mining and stuff done. I got to get some materials. I'm tired of dying because we don't have the stuff we need. You know?
Yeah.
So
Well, you want me to go up mining with you?
you can if you want. It's going to be a bit though, because I'm still setting shit up. I mean, if you want, go do some cargo or whatever you want in the meantime.
Yeah, that's what I was saying. Send me a party invite.
Well, I'm not going to do
So
a
we're
party.
just
I'm not going to do a party until we see who else. I'm not going through that again. We're going to wait for the party until everybody that's going to come in is going to come in, and then we'll go to menu and we come in as one group. Because last night I ended again being unable to get into my own damn ship because it turned me into
Yeah,
a ghost.
ghosting out. Yeah, it was ghosting out on people, wasn't it?
Yep, yep. All right, I got one of those.
Yeah, I think I got myself up to like 13 mil now credits.
Of what?
I got myself up to 13 mil in credits now.
Oh, damn. Let's see, what did I get myself up to? I'm up to 367,000 credits.
Oh, wow.
Yeah. I'm on a roll.
All right, well.
Yeah,
like I said, right now I'm just kind of sitting on this, so if you need some operational credits, let me know. That's like the other guy, he's like, he just got on after the reset, and he had like 9,000 credits. I'm like, here's 100,000. Go at least go buy a full set of ADP.
Yeah. Yep. Every time when this happens, I just tell everybody I take donations, and because it's going to get spent on the fleet. There's no ifs, ands, or buts about it.
Well, yeah. Not only that, I looked at. I know what the cost of operating the ships that you fly.
Yeah.
It's not,
Yep.
It's not like the repairs on those are 2K.
Well, at some point, members of the org are going to have to we're going to have to start a fund where every month everybody puts in a certain amount of credits.
Or just be like, look, you join the organization. There's organizational dues,
Yeah, that's what I
and
said.
I think there should
That's what I
be
said.
there's, but I think there should be an in-game thing of, look, the org takes 1% of.
Yeah, any events that the org does, we'll take a percent of. But
Yeah,
every month,
and
there will be dues or whatever you want to call them for org members to help pay the cost. I'm not paying it
yeah, but I don't.
by myself.
Yeah, but I think that should be built into the mechanic of the game, you know, type of thing.
Well, the 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 costs will be spread amongst the people and the events that we do as an org. I'm not gonna take it where it's just groups going out and we take their money. That's not going to happen. It's going to be done so that if we do an event as an org, you know, then we'll take a percentage of that as the org and put it in the kitty. Other than that, members of the org will have to contribute something every month to pay for the costs. I mean, especially if I'm going to open up my ships for other people to use. You know,
Yeah.
I mean, it's the way it's got to be. If I've got the ships and everybody else is signing them out to use, well, it's not fair to me to cover all that cost.
Yeah. I mean, that's the way I look at it as well. Because I'm like, torpedoes aren't cheap.
Well, the torpedoes aren't cheap. Neither is the cost of claiming an Idris. So if somebody borrows the Idris for a weekend or something and it gets destroyed, me having to pay for that? Not happening. Not by
Oh
myself.
yeah,
No
that's
way.
like I think when I borrowed a couple people's Zeus's, I paid them 20K because that's what it cost for them to reclaim it.
Yeah. That's what it cost to reclaim it before. That's changing too. Because we haven't even gotten close to, oh, you fucking thing. We haven't even gotten close to the actual cost the stuff's going to be. We got a ways to go before we get to that point. I think a lot of people are going to be shocked by those prices too.
Yeah, well, that's something in this game too. Is the economy is kind of.
There is no economy. That's the
Yeah.
problem. That is the problem.
There's no economy, and because there's no economy, there's no real value,
Correct.
true value that is congruent with
Hey, McQueen. Yeah, there's no value in anything because there's no economy.
Well, yeah, because basically, like, that's why I said they need to get an economist in here, like they did with the linguists, and
Oh,
actually,
but the point is the linguists were used for Squadron 42. An economist is not. And
yeah. Well, no, yeah,
Chris Roberts' little, you know, dream software program is Squadron 42. Basically a movie that's in a video game. And past that, he probably just doesn't care.
oh, okay. I didn't know. Yeah, I guess, yeah. I thought that guy's passion was actually this game and not
I thought it was
this
both,
this spin-off
but
of it.
but it's becoming pretty clear that nope, he got what he wants. He got his $1 billion, and he's happy now.
$1 billion for game development. That's
Yep. And a whole lot of us were suckered into it for sure. I know this.
I'm like
Every
going,
person I know that's bought into this will never do this again with any game or product again. Because
I'm like,
they've ruined it for any other company that would try to do something like this.
I'm like, did this guy have a talk with Sam Alton or what?
Probably.
Isn't that the guy that with the digital coin and Alameda Exchange and
I don't know anything
was
about that stuff.
are we broadcasting and shit now?
Yeah, we're streaming.
Okay,
Um,
I just want to, yeah.
yeah, Sam Altman, isn't
But
he the AI person that got in the
uh,
beef with
I,
Musk or something?
so I have I have a hanger issue.
Yeah,
Uh, I just called my little Mustang up.
yeah.
It sent it to a large hangar, and I am in front of a ship I do not own that's in my hangar, and I have never seen this. This thing is large.
Does it, when you move around and look different directions, does it disappear?
Parts of it.
Yep, somebody's overlapping your instance. So what I would recommend is exit and come back in the game again. Just
'Cause I
do a
can
normal,
get
don't do an
it.
all that pour. Do a normal logout because of this issue. Do a normal logout to menu and then come right back in.
There's no way for me to
Nope,
go for this ship
it's going to
because
get
it
worse.
looks like
It's going to get worse.
okay.
So do a normal logout. Don't all that pour.
I shouldn't get in my ship and try flying into this one.
Nope.
Just do some general
It's
fuck around
basically
stuff.
it's basically two accounts in the same space. Which
Yeah.
means you can lose gear, you can lose equipment, and you can be bricked. Get out now. Log out. Go to menu. Normal.
I'm gonna go to I'm not logging out in this hangar. I'm gonna go to lobby and log
No,
out.
log out in the hangar right now. Don't do anything.
All right. Aye, Captain.
Yeah,
Escape. Exit to menu.
correct.
All right.
And then just come right back in.
No, see, I'm one of those people where I'm I'm perfectly I'm perfectly fine conceding to somebody who has better references than I do and recognizing it.
Well,
You know?
here's part of the problem. When accounts overlap like that, some things that you mess with can end up in their hangar, and you lose it.
Yeah. Yeah, that's why that's why I was like when you told me it was overlapping, I kind of got the understanding of kind of what was going on. Is I don't know if this goes to account A, account B, but it goes somewhere.
Yeah.
I can put it in
Well,
there.
there's even
If
more.
it's-
They,
If it's in account A, it can't be in B, so he's gone.
but it's even more that the other person can start manipulating your objects.
Yeah.
And that's why I said get out now. Do a normal logout so the system logs your account out and saves it properly, and then come right back in.
It may be a little different with you Navy guys, I know, but I don't like another guy fondling my equipment and moving it around personally.
Yeah. Nice try. Oh, let's see. Okay, I got that one. I got to bring that damn. Well, maybe I can get that outside. I guess we'll find out.
All right, it put me in a different server as well.
Yeah. Well, like I said, we'll do same server once we know if anybody else is coming in.
Yeah. No, I want to go do some more FPS missions with you. Because it's like, it's kind of like having a virtual trainer.
Yeah. Well,
That's why I'm like, yeah, let's go do that. Why? Because this is actually a little more than just playing a video game at this point right now.
Yep.
This is a little bit of, I'm taking this in as a little bit of education. Like I said, and each time we run through that, I'll do like a self-analysis on the run, going, all right, this is where you screwed up. This is where you did good. You did good. You know, this is when you screwed up, and this was the consequences of it. So, all right. Hold on a second, guys.
You back in yet? Oh, he's out.
Yeah, I'm still here. I had wife in the room. I was talking with her.
Let me know when you go back to menu, because I'll come out and we'll come in together. That way you can give me a hand.
Oh, all right. Well then, let me back out to menu because I just logged in and then started talking with my wife and everything else
Okay.
about some shit.
Okay. I'll come out because I need a hand. Let me know when you're at the menu.
Exiting now. Now I got this pop-up on my Discord. It said participants without video are currently hidden. Would you like to show them?
I have no idea. I'd say no.
Yeah.
If it's something you don't know what it is, say no.
Yeah.
And I don't know what it is either, so.
Yeah, I got it back to. All right, I'm back at menu now.
All right, give me a sec. Well, that was convenient.
Yeah, so to clarify, my military background is no, both my dad and my stepdad were both Air Force, and my dad did 22, 23 years
Yep.
in the Air Force.
Yep.
So yeah, and my parents didn't get divorced until I was much older. Like I was like 15.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Let's see.
So I spent majority of my life on bases. You know, I got
I sent you
used.
the
I got
invite.
life outside the base wasn't. You know, I was never brought up not on the
I
base.
sent you the invite.
So
Oh, there you go.
oh yeah. So all kind of that whole life. You know, commissary, the rec center, the that whole. I never had a concept of really, you know, life outside of that.
Yeah.
That kind of I thought everybody this was how they lived, and then as I started getting older, I remember that different change in mindset
Yeah.
of realizing that.
You know, it's funny. It's an actual complete circle because we military, um, we know a life that nobody else knows. And then the civilian world knows a life and they don't even know what they don't know. And then
Yeah.
we military are the how do I want to say it? It's we military, we see things and we experience things on this planet that the civilian world, the civilians, have no freaking clue exist.
Even the concept of a
Right, but let me finish.
separate. Go ahead.
It's what we see. You're seeing all the people now are seeing the reaction of even those from England and Scotland, Australia. You're seeing videos by the ton now online talking about how their own countries lied to them about the United States, lied to them about how we live, lied to them about pretty much everything. And I mean, there's like a dozen videos every day coming out about it as these fans go around the country for the soccer tournaments. And they're seeing they're for the first time seeing the actual United States and meeting the people and eating our food and whatever. And the funny thing is, that should wake up our civilians because that should be telling our civilians that they don't have a clue what reality is in all those other countries, including England. Why is it raining inside my hangar? That's freaking weird. That even our own civilians here in the U.S. don't have a clue. They look at England, they look at France, they look at Australia, and Americans think they're like us, that they live the same way, blah, 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 blah. And it couldn't be farther from the truth. Every place that an American usually goes to outside the U.S., they shepherd you into a small area, basically a tourist area. And I'd like to know why it's raining in my ship. Oh, because the doors are open. Interesting. And if Americans knew, all these people that are going around dissing our country, talking about we need to move to socialism and communism and all this kind of crap, if they would actually be taken to any of these other countries and dropped off, they'd be begging to come back to the USA. Begging. They have no idea the difference between the USA and every single country on the planet. All of them. There is no place on the planet that comes close to what we have here in the USA. Not even Canada is even close to what the USA is. I mean, it's a night and day difference. And that's why when we military serve, and we do see it, I've been to more countries than most people even realize exist. We come home and we're who we are because we know the difference. We've seen it.
We're who we are because we are created from the people that came from all of those other fucking countries that have this shit and understand for generations how it has affected it. So when they came over here, they said, if we're going to create this, 250 years ago, this was all education that the founding fathers had because they witnessed it, firsthand. But the other thing is too,
well, no,
I know
that's
exactly what you mean because I actually spent time over in Europe. I was over there in Europe for like 5 years.
Yeah,
And yeah, I know exactly what you mean. But you probably even traveled to the Orient and stuff like that. And
Africa.
just the different culture shocks.
Well, it's not just the culture shock; it's the way people live, and it's not
Yeah.
just the Orient or whatever. It is. You can go into Mexico and see it. You can go into any South American country and see it. You can go to any most Caribbean countries are slums. Most people would be shocked to find that out. They're slums, literal slums. When you go to a Caribbean, you get your all-inclusive package and you head to the Caribbean. You are only you the only thing you see are the tourist locations, the all-inclusive resorts, and a few select areas that they take you on tours of. The reality is plywood, plastic, and anything else they can find to build, little shanty type
Yeah.
shacks to live in. There's no, it is, it is, there's no way to describe it. It
Yeah,
is,
no, I know that. I understand. I've never seen that other than videos. I haven't seen that, firsthand. Other than bum shanties in like L.A. or some stuff, but or in any Chicago, any of those big
yeah, but the
cities.
funny thing is, that stuff, even in the big cities here in the U.S., is better than what most countries have
I know
for normal life.
that right there where we have a small minority of our population like that. Imagine if 30 to 40% of your population.
Well, no, what I'm getting at is the cardboard boxes our homeless live in are better than what those people have in their own country. That's too big.
They're raising kids in. They're literally raising kids in it.
It's, but there's more to it. It's not just the cardboard box thing. I'm using that as a part of it.
Analogy.
Yeah, well, an analogy, but part of it only. So, for example, here in the U.S., anybody that's living in a cardboard box can still eat every day. There's places for them to go in every freaking city. There's places for them to get help. There's places for them to get certain care, here in the U.S.
You
Regardless,
can walk into a hospital here, and
and get care.
they're not going to tell you no.
Right,
We're not.
right. In every other country on the planet, that's not the case. They can't walk out their little shanty cardboard box, walk a block or two, walk into a building and get a hot meal. Fresh water? Yeah, right. I mean, the Philippines, let's use that as an example. Early on in my career, the Philippines they have canals in the Philippines. Well, what most Americans don't know is those canals were open, and you think, well, it's no big deal, water runoff, that kind of thing. That was their sewers. We called it the shit river. And you would find boats of small children in these boats, usually 3 or 4 young boys and a young girl, and she'd be dressed up in a dress or something. And their sole goal was to get people to throw them a coin. That was it. That was what they did every single day. And it was so bad that if you missed the boat, these little kids would jump into the sewer, basically it's a sewer. They jump in, dive down, and find that coin. That's how bad it is. How bad it was. The Philippines was changed because of us, because we went in and helped them. It became something that no. So we helped the Philippines that no longer exists now. But there are so many countries around the world that are still like that it's not even funny. And I think that's what bugs most of us military the most, when we see people in this country ranting and raving their bullshit, their their rights over this and right for that and all this other crap, and these people have no clue at all, none, what they're talking about. And I think these people ought to be bussed up, put on a damn airplane, and dropped off in some of these countries. Let's see how quick they keep on that bandwagon. But that's me. That's my opinion. Because I guarantee you, you start doing that, and the word's going to get around, I'm not joining this movement anymore. They're going to figure out really, really, really quick that the U.S., we have our problems, but we're not that bad. Not even close. Are you in game yet? Oh, he took off again. I gotta get these people to let people know when they leave.
I gotta go AFK real quick.
Do what? I didn't understand what he said. All right, let's see. I need some stuff. I think that's the most I've talked in one session in a long time.
No, before I left when I broke in real quick, I said I had to run and take care of the baby. I was AFK for real quick.
Oh.
But I was trying to be quick because I had literally had the screaming baby in my arm at the time. So
Yeah.
as soon as I was
Well,
trying
go.
to time it.
There's no. You
In
don't have to
between
rush.
the
You don't. You don't have to rush stuff. If you got, you need to go take care of family stuff, and then when you're done, you can come back. Don't worry about it.
No.
I mean, go take care of
That's
whatever
all.
you got to take care of, and come back. Cause I'm still setting shit up. So just take care of whatever you got to take, and then come on back when you're ready. You still there?
Yeah, I am.
Yeah.
But
So go take care of what you need to take care of, and it's not like I'm disappearing.
all right, I'll let you know when I'm back at the seat.
All right. Yeah, she's hiding from somebody. Huh. I don't know if that's a player that was able to do that, or if that's death by tram again. You gotta stay away from the damn trams because they'll kill your ass. Again.
All right, I'm back at the desk.
All right.
All right. What location do you need me to head to?
Hold on, I'm doing something.
I need an answer now. Get in the chopper. What location do you need me to head to?
Hold on, I'm doing something.
I need an answer now.
All right. All right, what was your question?
What do you need of me?
Where are you at, first off?
Think Tressler. Let me give it a shot. I'm getting into a cockpit at the moment. And I am at Tressler.
No, you're gonna have to come this way because I ain't going there. You already know that.
I know that.
Nope. I
So,
wish they would fix. I wish they would fix it. I wish they'd fix Tressler and New Babbage, because if they'd fix it, I'd go there. There's a lot of missions and stuff that can be done there. But
so Captain, I need it. I need actual information I can work off of, like where you are.
I'm at Lorville, same place I was last night.
Okay. All righty then. I'll head there.
Once you get here, the org needs some stuff, but it's going to
All
cost
right.
you some credits.
That's fine. I got. Like I said, I got like 13 mil.
Well, yeah, it's going to cost you 1,000,000 credits.
Oh, no biggie. I don't care. I've had more than 1,000,000 credits worth of fun.
Yeah, well, over the last couple of days, it's drained me completely because people respawn, and I'm the one that ended up paying for all those spawns. And I no longer have the funds to buy the med gel. So I need you to go buy some med gel at the hospital, which is 100,000 per thing, I think, still. Yeah, it is.
Yeah, I bought them before. Like I said, man, I got no problem spending the credits for
Yep.
that.
So that way I can get them back in our ships and stuff.
That's one of the reasons. Like I said, that's one of the reasons why I go out and farmed credits right off the bat, was because I didn't want to be able to not have fun and everybody be broke. And I was like, dude, a million credits will go and get you the supplies that an entire team needs to go out and do pretty much whatever it is. You can get started having some serious fun with that at least.
Yeah, for one
Yeah.
run, basically.
Yeah. Well, the thing is, you could put everybody in ADP, give everybody a weapon, max out their, give them ammunition, buy all their. You can buy everything for a team of 4 for under $1 million.
Right, but that's if you get through everything, you'll be fine. But if you end up with problems like last night, that mill's going to be gone.
Yeah, yeah. That's why I said. I mean, I got no problems doing that.
And the thing is, we use our ships for respawn. So
Yeah.
right now, I've got no more med gel except for a couple extras that I just used the last of my credits for.
Now we did the same. I did the same thing with Bravo's. I think his Ursa Medvac or his 980 jump,
Yeah.
890 jump.
Yeah.
I did the same thing. I stocked his up.
How much? How many did his take?
I just bought $1 million worth.
Oh, yeah, but
And
how
put it
much
in
did his
the
bed
put it
deck?
in the
I've got the 890.
put
I
it in
just
the,
haven't pulled it up in so long. What's it take for med gels on the 890?
I didn't put the med gels in.
Oh,
I just bought him a mil
gotcha,
worth and put it in a locker.
gotcha.
But yeah, they were saying something where there's a spot in the bed that goes and stuff, and I was like, I'm not putting it all over the place here. let's just you put it in there. You can put it in there later. Does it have some in there now? Yeah, okay. Get it in there later.
Yeah.
I like how the actual team markers show up now, and you can actually pin their locations of the people that are in your group.
Oh, they've always shown up. The problem is when the back end is shit or having problems, they don't show up. That's always worked. That's not the problem.
Uh,
When the back end pukes, so do all the things like that. So you know you're desynced and having issues if you don't see your party's names. All right.
well, I'm 14 gigs out.
Okay. Okay, I got that. Now we got to get a couple vehicles.
Thank you for visiting our nest. And remember, Thursday night.
Yeah, I didn't know that would get rid of him. Cool. I cut his ass off.
You know what? Come to think of it, I should have just bought these at Port Tressler.
It's farther to go with Tressler, though.
Well, no, I was at Tressler already.
Yeah,
But
but
no,
it's no. What I mean is, it's farther to go to get those from Tressler than it is here. In other words, at Tressler, the where you got to go is farther away to get
no,
them.
it's not. It's right there. It's right now. It's right outside the hangars.
Oh, you Tressler. I'm thinking New Babbage. I was
Yeah,
thinking New
New
Babbage.
Babbage is like this maze. You had me come down to get it. It's like going through Lorville.
I was gonna go do a Landville Smugglers.
I'm still loading my ship. If you want, pick up soup line here.
I'm in mixed.
Oh, because it's gonna be a bit before I'm done yet.
Like here at Lorville, where do I got to go to get the med gel? Don't I have to run to I gotta take the
Any
tram?
station, anywhere with a medical clinic.
I know the medical, but the medical here in Lorville, don't I have to take a tram away from the
Yep.
spaceport? There isn't one in the actual spaceport.
Right.
Yeah,
Yep.
Yeah,
I
you
have
gotta
one
go into
the
gotta go into
spaceport.
the city, such that it is, and go to Maria. It's right outside the station. There, Maria Good of Heart, whatever it's called. Right after you get off the train.
Yeah.
All right.
Marie Park or something.
I don't know. I don't know. Something M. Mary
Mary.
something.
Yeah. Your mic's open, Soup. Did you get off work late, Pico?
I mean, a little, not bad, but I cooked it. You know, I had dinner and stuff. Cooked some yummy brats. I did brats on the grill. I basted them.
You basted brats?
I like my brats with a little bit of spiciness to them, so I baste them
Oh my God! You ruined
in a
them.
little bit of a spicy.
You ruined them.
No, they're fucking awesome.
Now, if you got to add spicy to them, they're not real
I like
brats.
a little heat.
You're not
That's it.
listening.
Okay.
They're not real brats if they don't have them in it
Well, fuck
already.
off. Okay, they're brats. I eat them how I like them. I cook them
No,
what I like.
you're
Don't tell me what I
misunderstanding.
don't like. I know
I
what I
didn't
like.
say that. That's
Jesus,
not what I said. Listen to what I said. They're
you're
not real
bitching. You're
brats.
shitting on my food. Don't
No,
shit on my
I
food.
said they're not real brats if they don't already have that in them.
Okay, well, these just, brat. I don't know what to tell you, okay?
Right. I'm just
They're
letting you know.
not beer brats. If I'd have said beer brats, then yes, but they're not. They're just brat.
Right, but
They're just
regular
brat.
brats should already have that stuff in them.
Well, you
Just
can
a
get them
standard
either way. I
standard
didn't
brat.
buy them. I didn't do the shopping.
Well,
just
that's
do
what
the
I was
cooking.
talking about. I wasn't talking about your cooking.
Well, they're still brats. They're just not beer brats.
Well, there's brats, there's beer brats, there's cheese brats, there's all sorts of brats, but the brat is the heart of it.
These were just plain brats, and then I made them nuts of them.
Yeah,
Cooked them.
there's no such thing here as a plain brat.
Whatever. Yeah, yeah. Drink some beer.
Your vehicle has been delivered to the following location, please.
Here, this will piss you off. I also made mac and cheese. I
Oh,
didn't use
mac and cheese is
Wisconsin
great.
cheese.
Well,
I said, fuck Wisconsin
you're
cheese.
missing out. Missing out. Yeah. Missing out.
I actually have no idea.
Yeah. We use real cream here for that too.
Yeah, sure. I actually added this stuff. I always add extra frickin' whipping cream.
Yeah. You know what's pissing me off though?
For frickin' rich, man.
What's
White, and I did white. I didn't do yellow.
It's getting harder and harder to find in the stores anyway. It's getting harder and harder to find actual cream. All of it's low fat this and half percent this. And
Yeah,
it's
whipping cream. Yeah, I mean, I cannot stand. I mean, I'll do half and half if that's all that's available for my coffee and shit. But I like full strength whipping cream.
Yep.
For my,
Well,
just
whipping cream is I'm talking about the actual cream off the top of the tank.
Well, I don't have a cow, so I can't get real cream right now.
Right, but what I'm getting at is you used to be able to buy it in a carton. And then all these
I can still order it from the dairy we get our milk from, but I just don't have it on a regular order.
That's what I was talking about. You can't go into a store now and buy it.
The closest you can get to a store is whipping.
Yeah, you can get like a half cream, but I haven't seen any place that still sells.
Half and half is half cream, but I mean full. It's like full cream, basically.
Oh, we've got Libby's here, and it's different. Maybe I don't know. Even here, Libby's stuff is not the full thing, so. Because it's got all the preservatives and shit they got to do.
Yeah, that's typical. The only way you get the real stuff is ordering it right from the dairy. That's why I love the milk. The milk we get from our local dairy is good. I grew up on it, still get it.
Yeah, it hasn't been put through the chemical process.
It sucks though. They're built up around them, and now people are fucking. I think they're gonna force them out. Business. They're gonna close them.
Unbelievable.
Because they're building fucking houses around them, and they don't. You know what a dairy smells like.
I'd do whatever I could to keep that dairy out.
You know what cow shit smells like, because there's a lot of cattle. A lot of freaking Holstein milk cows.
I'd do whatever I could to keep the dairy open just out of spite.
Oh, it's kind of getting a bit in an uproar, and they're like, move. This is what they think. They think, well, you can just move anywhere. It's like, no, they can't. The milk trucks, they come right out of the dairy and deliver the fucking milk. They can't be 2 hours away out in the middle of nowhere. They gotta have at least some proximity to their customer.
Yep. Yep. But these idiots, they don't. They
just go to the store and get your milk. You just shut your mouth.
Freaking retards is what they are.
It's cruelty to cows. It's like, oh God, being taken over by California is just the worst. It's just the
Yeah, it's
cruelty. It's rape. They rape the cows.
Your vehicle has been moved to a storage facility. Please.
Yep. Hey, eventually they're going to go to the store and wonder why they can't get milk, They'll get...
Well, they don't. They get soy milk or oat milk or whatever the F they fucking... Putting milk onto it is just an insult. The milk.
Yeah, true.
Shit. Oh, never mind. La 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 la. Change subject. Well, we'll see if I get murdered though, because I'm going in a Hermes. This could get ugly.
I'm gonna be surprised if you get through the NPCs, from
It
what I've
could
been
get
hearing.
dicey with a Hermes.
No, I mean the NPCs inside.
Oh well, I'll find out.
Yep, because I've been hearing
Depends on
there's been a lot
how
of
careful I am.
there's been a lot of talk. People love it because they can't just waltz through anymore. Apparently.
I, well, I mean, I never waltz through. Too many freaking years of playing with you makes me actually go slower than I probably would have normally gone. But it's not like I don't know the map well.
Damn thing. What the fuck?
And I might die. There's a distinct chance that I could die.
Yep.
I just respawn, go in again. That's the thing about instancing. It's going to kind of get a kink and stuff. Is
Yep.
how are you going to call for a rescue in an
Yeah.
instance? You know?
You're gonna have to party up with somebody.
Yeah.
Or if they're smart, they'll do it the right way the first time. Which means there will be code that the game actually detects. If a person is in an instance, the person responding to the beacon immediately and automatically gets access to that instance. Now the
Yeah,
question.
but they need to get ejected after they complete their mission.
Correct. Unless they form a permanent party with who they went to rescue, they have to leave, give them whatever period of time, or if they're too deep in,
And once they do it, just relocate them,
yep,
teleport them.
yep, relocate them to the entrance.
Yep, and lock them out.
Yep,
And I did the mission. I got the money. I'm good. Boom, I'm
yep,
out. You know.
exactly. So we'll see what SIG does, which
They
might,
won't do. They won't do that.
nope, nope,
I will
because they're too
guarantee
fucking
they
lazy.
they won't do anything.
Right, they're too lazy.
They're not. They're not going to do what we just said.
Yep, because they're too lazy. They'll slapstick something together, they'll throw it in the game and call it a day, and that'll be the end of it for 2 or 3 years.
And they'll try and implement Death of a Spaceman and be like, "Oh,
Yep,
fudge."
yep. And then they'll blame us for complaining.
You know what? I think I'm going to make a run for the hangar.
All right, I'm in your hangar.
Okay. Just give me a bit here. Do you know how to get to the vehicle depots? Probably not. Or do you? Pew pew. Oops, I mean soup line.
No,
Soup
no,
line.
I said that route eludes me.
Go to if you run to, is it before or after the trams? I think it's before. If you head toward like you're going to go into Lorville proper, you will see signs that take you to the gates. They're called gates. You following me?
Yep.
You need to go to gate
I
3.
saw gate 3.
Yep.
All right.
It's something new for you too, since you've never been out here. I need the MT, don't I? Yep. Keep in mind, we might have to go rescue P. Gill at some point.
Oh,
My. I just found something they changed.
Oh yeah, what?
They won't give you landing access right away.
Does that mean it's instance now?
I don't know.
That could be. That could be the reason. I don't know if it's the case, but it's a plausible reason.
Your vehicle has been moved to our storage. Goodbye.
I just blew my fucking thruster off. That's not good.
Did you bring any of the medical gel?
No, it's in my locker, so I figured I had access to a locker out here or
Yep.
something.
Yep. That's why I asked. At least you were able to find it, it looked
Locker.
like. Yeah, his inventory locker.
On your ship?
No. At the docking gate.
Oh, just okay.
He's at the docking gate for the ground vehicles, which is where I'm at. And there's kiosks here for getting into your locker or your inventory or whatever name people use.
What do they put it?
It might be under either gadgets, medical,
Okay.
or under other.
Yeah.
Could just use do the search.
Yeah, that's fine. I got it.
Ah. It's in your pack.
Yes.
Um,
You just want to do
Easiest
a store
way-
transfer? Or what?
Easiest way to do it is just let's go in the ship, put it in the ship, and I don't want to take it all with us.
Well, yeah, you said not to place things on the ground. I didn't
Right.
want to.
Right. That's why I said
Yeah.
come out to the ship and we'll put it in here, and then I'll leave what we're going to use and put the rest in inventory so it doesn't get lost. All right, right here is storage right there. It's one of the conveniences of these little vehicles. It's got 2 internal storage bays and 1 external.
There you go. Grab it.
Cool, thanks.
I gotta go. I got kids knocking at my door. I'll be back in a sec.
All right. Let me go put this stuff away.
All right, what's the next errand?
Huh?
What is the next errand?
That's it for errands. Now we just got to go do some shit.
Welcome aboard.
Oh, I didn't put a golem in here. Oh well, not going to use it tonight anyway. I'll have to do it tomorrow.
That's a lot of work to load all that shit.
Yep.
Oh, I'm trespassing.
Yep. That's a bug.
You charging your weapon and pointing it at me, that must be a bug too.
Huh?
I said, you pointing your weapon at me and charging it, it must be a bug too.
Oh. I'm going to give you a task. And by the time we get to the bad guys, you're going to have to figure it out. There
Okay.
is, if you, let's see, where is it?
Tasker has to figure out the task.
Yeah. Which one is which, though? Damn. All right. If you look out the bow, you see the turret way off in the bow of the ship?
Yeah?
That's where you get to go. Because I think those are the size 5s.
Oh, okay.
So when you get out there, let me know what the guns are on that turret.
And I got no clue where any of this is. It's a lock open.
Well, remember you do have a map.
Maps. Who needs those things?
Do you know how many people forget about that?
I know, right?
I've forgotten that, shit, I got a map. I'll give you a hint. If you go to the end where the ramp is and go up the ladder on either side, the really long ladder, up onto the catwalk, and then go forward, you'll find both the upper and the lower turret area. Plus the armory, the main armory and stuff. What was I doing? Oh, that's right. I gotta fix this. Left control period. Left alt period. So why is that not working? Huh. So the key maps are not working at all. Wonder why. Alright, so I'm gonna have to change those because this piece of shit key mapping system they also have doesn't recognize all the key maps. Wait a second. It's port. Oh, duh, that's lock and unlock. So left control period should be lock.
Blades are pretty tough.
Yeah. Oh, they hit hard. That's the problem. They don't have the
Yeah.
armor of a Stinger, but they have the firepower of one.
Rudders.
Got the thing red and it just won't fall apart.
Okay, now I gotta.
Did you get that?
Nope.
The if they're both the same, if they're both the same weapon, they're shredders.
There he goes.
Are you sure?
I'm in it, and it says shredder.
Oh, okay.
I'm sitting here looking right in front of the sign. It says Gate 3.
All right, just a sec.
I turn to the side. I look across. There's another gun to my left that
All
I'm
right, what's the
assuming is the same setup that I have.
all right? What's the one down below?
The one down below.
Yep, those will have 4 weapons on them.
All right, I'll move to the lower one.
All right, so that worked.
Well, at least I was able to find his body after I killed him and get his van dual plating or whatever the hell it was. Armor.
Damn it. Did you find the bottom ones?
No, got interrupted mid-stride.
Oh.
I got into another turn. I think I just went. I think I forgot to go down. Yeah, this is the top turret on the other side. Nope, this is the one I was just in. No, it's not. Yeah, this is the top turret on the other side. Oh, I'm here. Yeah, these ones are. This side is shredders as well. I'm moving to the bottom.
Wait a second. I think those are remote turrets. Now that I can see them.
Yeah, I'm
So,
not finding a way
all right, you need
down.
to go. You know where the control center is, right? On this
You
ship?
know where the where is?
The control center. You're going to need to find the control center. It's the big bridge area looking thing in the dead center of the ship right behind the hangar. And that's where you control. Okay, there's the size 5s. Those are on the bottom man turret. Yeah, the front 2 lowers are not manned. Only the 2 uppers are. The front 2 lowers are remote. You can control those through the command center.
This is the
Don't forget to set your call to arms, by the way.
all right. This is the ventral turret.
Upper or lower?
I'm getting in it. I'm seeing blood's going down.
Okay,
Lower.
that's the big one. That should be size 5s.
80, yeah, 80V5 or 85Bs.
Yep. That's the one that'll rip pretty much any ship to pieces.
All right.
Oh, you're running around. You ready for a share?
Yeah, I'm good.
Shared?
And then take call to arms as well.
Yep. The only thing we get out of this is 500 rep. But it's a start. There should be signs taking you to the control center.
Oh, I'm sitting in the lower turret, those size 5s, and I need to head to the command center.
Don't worry about it. Might as well come up to the bridge.
All right, give me a sec.
Or go to the cargo bay, actually. All right, you gotta come in here and use the kiosk to set your medical. And I gotta put my guns on.
Yeah, give me a sec. I'm getting some kids situated for bed.
Why are these all?
All right. I'm in the car, the front cargo that we came in.
Yeah, I know. Hold on a second. I gotta fix this damn key map. Son of a beehive. Come back. Come by me, or go in first and set on the kiosk. Set your respawn.
Where we're landed at?
In the back of the Pisces. There's a kiosk in there.
Back of the Pisces. Okay. Oh, hey, look at this. Little yeah, it's just regeneration. Okay. Sure, I'll just transfer the imprint here.
What the hell?
Yeah, sure.
Oh, this fucking game! I swear. I don't know how they can be so short-sighted in everything they do in this damn game.
Perfect isn't a quota, done is.
Yeah, but they're not even getting it done. That's the problem.
Done doesn't always mean functional.
Yeah, I know that. But they're not even getting to that point.
Maybe done is conceptual idea. Proof of concept is done for them.
Yeah. Let's try this again. And it still didn't unlock it. Gotta go to engineering. Where are you going? Shit, what deck is engineering on? Oh, here it is. On deck 2. Where's the console? There it is. Is there a way to unlock all doors at the same time?
Open all doors, command.
No. Is there an unlock all doors command in engineering?
No, I think you gotta kind of do it individually. I don't think I've seen
Fuck.
one that's all one in the engineering panel.
Great.
That would be convenient.
What the fuck? How can some of the doors be locked and others not? That's just stupid. Alright. Back to the cargo bay. Alright, where are you at? This way. You gotta shut the door. Last person. Last one out. So far, no contact. Okay, we're on the backside. It's almost like a beacon.
This mission may be a bust.
Why?
Won't open the hangar doors. Can't land.
Why do you have to land?
Well, that's how you get your hangar and your freight elevator and all that shit.
I thought you were doing the one that was with the Polaris in it and stuff like that.
Yeah, that's exactly the one I'm doing.
Well, then why do you have to land? We didn't land before in a hangar.
Yeah, we absolutely did.
No, we landed out by the
Yes.
pads.
You can, but if you want to get the shit out, the loot out, you gotta get your hangar and land in the hangar.
I think we're
So
thinking
you
of
can
two
get an
different missions.
elevator.
I think we're thinking of two different
No,
missions.
no, I don't think we are. I think you just forgot.
The one with the Polaris is
Yes, the one with
outside.
the Polaris.
You have
Yes, the Polaris is outside, but the whole rest of the
Stop
mission is
interrupting me,
inside.
please. The one with the Polaris
Sorry.
is outside, and we park our ships by the pad because we have to get back in our ships to fly them over to the Polaris.
You can, or you can just call the hangar and land in the hangar.
So how do you get the stuff out of the Polaris?
What do you mean? You just get in your ship, call hangar control, they open the doors, and you fly out.
Every time I've done that mission, we've had to go out, stop at that pad, get out of our
Yeah,
ships,
that's not a
fly in.
necessity. That is just a thing.
Well, then
You
why?
can go
You said
out
the
through
mission's
that,
broke.
landing pad.
Okay, you said the mission's broke though.
It is because it won't give me my hangar.
Okay, I guess I speak in absolutes. To
There's no
me,
cargo elevator on the pad. I say added one that I'm aware of, but there isn't. So if you want to get the big size 3 components, that is the main prize of the mission, you need your hangar and the elevator. Granted, you can do the wonkiness through the elevators with component. It's
maybe
incredibly dangerous.
maybe I'm remembering us doing it and it wasn't finished yet or something, so we didn't have to use the hangars.
Yeah, no, I mean, I remember running it with you, and we definitely used the hangar.
I
We
don't.
also used the pad. You know what I mean?
Oh, then
We did that too.
that's what's confusing then.
Yeah, I mean, you can do both. That's not a big deal.
I think missions of all types are foobar because we haven't found a single NPC yet for this mission that we're supposed to be doing. Guess we'll go down and check the lower area, but I'm not being I don't have much optimism.
I mean, I've had bad guys, you know,
Yeah, we don't.
spawns
So
and
far,
stuff.
we've found none.
I'm going in through the pad, but I don't know. Maybe
Remember,
I can
those are good
call another
guys.
ship to. I don't think you can call ships here though. You know.
Remember, green is good, red is bad. Box over here. If you want anything out of it, there's a mining attachment. We got 45 seconds. There's one over here. That's why the timer wasn't running. Med pens in this box here. Ammo and a tractor beam in this one. There's one here, and there's one back in the corner back there. If you want to check it, and then check this one here. Between me and the good guys, we'll cover. Okay, bad guys are gonna start showing up any second. If they show up. Now where the hell did all the green guys go? It's like they just disappeared.
Well, I can deliver a ship here.
Are they all sitting? No, those are all sitting in the frickin' spawn elevators. Damn, man. You can't tell if they're bad guys or good guys. But I'll take a shot at it. I don't see anybody running around, do you?
No, it's all clear.
Remember, you can't kill civilians.
I know. I saw a brief green, and then they all disappear.
They were all stuck in the spawn closet.
Uh-oh.
Well, now we might have opened them up. When you move, let me know you're moving so I don't shoot you.
Sorry.
Well, I'm letting you know now before I shoot you. Looks like we got 2 left. Moving up. They're gonna come up this way. There's one of them. Damn it. He snapshotted me. Well, shit. I thought you had him. About put me on the deck. He's down. Next attack in 56 seconds, so get whatever you want off their bodies. Ammo or whatever you might need. Med pens for me. Since I had to use what I had.
I'll loot them afterwards. I don't like to.
Well, we got the counters up in the upper right, because this is a phased mission.
Alright. Well, what happens with these bodies afterwards?
Yeah, I'm not worried about the bodies. I'm grabbing, the only reason I'm checking them is for med pens.
Okay. Well, I mean,
Oh shit, I almost shot you again. I almost did you.
Biggie boo.
Yeah. I'm surprised the gun actually didn't go off.
Alright, there goes the timer.
Yep, time to get into cover. Where are you? Okay.
Right beside you.
Looks like they spawned there again. I'm gonna grenade that thing again. Just cover me. Come on, damn it. That was funny. Did you see it?
As soon as they came out, they blew right in front of you, and then I freaking started popping them.
Well, no, the guy blew right past me, blew out of the elevator and right past me.
I'll keep him occupied.
Now, usually when you have contact, what you want to do is say contact so that I know it's you shooting and not them shooting. Because there's no way to tell who's who and what's what. You little fucker. Healing. Come up. One's coming up behind you. Tango's down. That's why I yelled out I was healing. Yep. Counter's going. You know how to re-ammo supply up, right?
Yeah.
Alt 1. That'll put them all back on your belt.
Restack your
Huh?
mags.
What?
Restack your mags.
Yeah, it does. Well, it does more than that. It also adds them back to your belt. So it restacks them, yeah, but it also adds them all right back to your belt. 4 seconds. I'm gonna grenade this door again because they're probably gonna be stuck in there. Only this time the door's not gonna open. Oh, there it goes. Yeah, they're just freaking standing there, not doing anything until I throw a grenade at them. Gonna be 100% when... Oh shit! Clear. Moving up.
Laying down cover fire. Dodge all you want. This ends with you dead. I got you. Go, go.
I think they're coming up the stairs. Yep. Shit. Tango's dead. Reloading. I think that's it. For that one. Nope, there's still more. Reloading. Where's he at? He's below us. Where are you at, little my precious? Come on, move your ass. Where the hell is he? Don't tell me. How much you want to bet? Oh, did he just shoot at you?
No, no, that was me. That was a slip.
Okay. Well, that's not good. He's 1.2 kilometers away from us straight down. Which means he fell through the planet. Yep. Go ahead and collect what you want out of the boxes. Can't finish the mission. I gotta heal. You need healing, there's a med bay back here. Did you copy that?
Yeah.
Damn it.
F2. No, that's F2 and a half.
And
Got any
there's...
chance of injury? No, I got no tier injuries.
Yeah, it'll just heal you to 100% if you don't.
Yeah, that's what I'm doing. I'm just doing a quick load out.
You'd think at some point Sig would figure out that pirate gangs are not all going to be carrying the same frickin' weapon. But then again, maybe not. Not much of anything for loot.
Yeah.
A lot of beer, a lot of shirts, useless shit, as usual. Sig doesn't seem to understand the concept of giving the players something that they feel good about earning, you know? They don't seem to understand that.
Back at the elevator.
Yeah, I'm headed back there too, because there's nothing worth grabbing. Hell, the ammo I grabbed, I don't even know if any of it's... If I use it, I didn't even look. I just grabbed the ammo and went. See, it's stuff like this. That character is 1.2 miles down into the planet. There is no reason that should ever happen. There is no reason there is not a line of code that detects when that happens and repositions the target back to a zone it's supposed to be at. There's no excuse for that. And yet, here we are. And you don't even have to check it every second or anything. It's just code tied to a character or an object. Object reports it's out of bounds. Server kicks in and goes, oh, okay, let me put you back in bounds. I'm just being safe. I don't see anything out here, but... Well, that was a bust. We got them all done except one. All 3 phases done, but one NPC is in the middle of the planet. That just takes the steam out of your sails, the wind out of your sails, and the steam out of your engine, whatever. Steam out of your pipes. And just think, you're lucky you're relatively new to this stuff. We've been living with it for so damn long, it's just not. That's why so many people are leaving. We had another one leave earlier today, Rikos. He'll be lurking once in a while, but he's done. Jeremy Pigo?
Oh yeah, that's oh.
Yeah. Yeah, people are, he's not the only one. It's just, it's, people are getting tired of it. Or not getting, they've been tired of it. The line's been crossed for them. Probably a better way to put it. Well, this makes the third night. This is unplayable again. Where do you want me to drop you off, Soup? Let's go back to Lorville. Huh?
Yeah. Or like I said, I'll just run, and then I'll just log out from there.
Yeah. Well, you can log out. You can log out here if you want. You don't have to wait. And if you're gonna log out, all you gotta do is just do a normal log out from the menu. I have to go back because I gotta put the ship away.
Yeah.
But yeah, you can log out at any time. You just go back to use the menu, log out the menu. You're done.
And then where does it end up spawning me again?
Back at your own hangar.
At your home?
Oh, actually, it'll put you in Lorville. That's the last place you had landed.
Oh, okay.
They keep changing everything. It took me a second to remember which way it was now. So yeah, it'll put you back at Lorville. If it doesn't put you at Lorville, it's going to put you at home.
That's fine. I'll land there.
Well, then if you're going to just land there, then just log out in the menu now. You're done. You don't have to wait.
Oh, awesome. All right, well, I'm gonna get out of the gunner.
Yep. Yeah, it sucks, but nothing's working.
Oh, yeah. Remember to do whatever you gotta do with that gel. Because
Yep.
remember, it's all. Did you grab it all out of that one container?
Yep. Wait.
Alrighty.
Yeah.
Right, then. Have a good night.
Night.
Good night.
God, this bites. Another waste of how many hours? I guess it's a good thing we didn't have a big group. This would have been much worse. Time is it? God, it's 10 to 11 already? That doesn't help either. I should be getting on earlier pretty soon though, because most of the heavy shit I've got done outside. except for splitting wood, which I can do that here and there. Not like that's got to be done instant.
So,
Huh?
guess what else they changed?
What?
Can no longer use tractor beams in the elevator. So the only workaround for their broken fucking elevators, right? Their cargo elevators, was to haul stuff out through the elevator,
Yep.
which was a pain, and I did it. Now, but
Now you can't do that either.
well, it makes it a lot harder.
I wonder if they consider that an exploit, though.
How is it an exploit? Their game's fucking broken.
That's not the point. I know
Well,
the
how is it
game's
an
broken.
exploit? If I'm taking the pain
I said,
of
I
hauling it
wonder
through
if
elevator.
they consider it an exploit in the
If
terms
they
of the
do, they're-
gameplay they want.
Do you consider stairs as opposed to an elevator an exploit?
That's completely
Well, that's
different.
the logic.
No, they know the game's broke. That's fine. That's a given. But what I'm getting at is gameplay. Their designed gameplay is not supposed to be that way, so I wonder if they consider that an exploit.
Obviously, because they changed it in this pack. Oh shit!
I mean, if you think about it, it probably also goes back to the speedrunning changes. I would bet that's where that came from.
Yeah, maybe.
You know, on the top of or on the whole, I agree with the speedrunning changes. You know that. But it would be nice if they'd fix the actual mechanics then, so that we could actually play the game. That's the issue. They're doing all this, and the actual mechanic as it's supposed to be doesn't work. So now it doesn't work at all because you can't do either. Right?
Could still potentially do it as long as you can use it on the outside. It's just gonna make it a lot harder.
As long as you can what?
But you can't control. Well, like in my hangar, I can use the tractor beam.
She's on
In
the
the warehouse, I can use the tractor beam. I just can't use it in the elevator.
Right.
It was nice to be able to hold the size 3 component with the tractor beam to keep it from killing you or crushing or doing stupid shit, glitching out. So not being able to grab it is going to be a problem.
Yeah, because it'll fall through the elevator.
Or it'll crush you and you can't control it, or you can't lift it up to crawl out because the size 3 are so big, you kind of have to hold it up above your head and then
Yeah.
jump to the side and then
The-
push the button.
on the
Now
other
you
side,
can't do that.
right? On the other side of the coin, that would also indicate they intend size 3 to only be repairable, replaceable by a repair replacing ship. The Vulcan, Crucible, etc. And thus they're doing everything they can to keep people from.
I think I know what the problem was. It wasn't that the hangers were busted. I thought they were. It's because I was flying a Hermes.
The Hermes takes a
And this
medium
place
hanger.
only has, it takes a large hanger.
Are you sure?
Positive. The medical one, the medical version, the Apollo or the whatever, they'll fit into a medium. The Hermes is a large. And this place only has medium. Largest, the biggest hanger you can get is a medium. That's it. That's why.
They must have changed that then. Because I was using the Hermes after it came out all the time, if you remember.
So it's a large. You just don't notice it because your hanger is an extra large hanger.
No, I was using it like in pyro and stuff when I was running cargo, and it was giving me a medium hanger. Oh, I bet you I know what it is. The 4.9, and it's probably already in, but 4.9 notes specifically said numerous ships not being put in the actual right size for the ship.
Oh, okay.
Because if you pull it up, it actually says it requires a medium-sized landing pad or hangar.
Okay, maybe. That'd be great. I'd like to have it back into a medium.
Yeah, because I just pulled it. I was sure I was using medium hangers. It is. It's medium hanger.
But it's not. When you call it at a landing place, it gives you a large.
So they may have either they changed it or somebody screwed up again.
It is a fat ship. It's wide.
Yeah,
It's not its length or its height. It's just that it is really freaking wide.
right, because it's got those big ass engines. So the question becomes, is it
And it's
gonna?
wider than the Apollo, right? It
Yeah,
is wider than the Apollo.
right. But the question now becomes, is it going to go back to its medium hanger ability, or is the intent to now change it to a large hanger ship? Damn fucking hiccups. All right, anybody watching the stream, I'm killing it for the night. Nothing went the way it was supposed to, so I'll try again next time, I guess, whenever that is. Have a good one.